I got for you is, how did you handle the pressure of playing your sport and meeting the expectations of your team and your coach? Obviously, everybody knows that there's pressure, different degrees of pressure too, right? I mean, we were at a scholarship school, so you had a big scholarship that you had to hang on to, and it is year by year. Now things have changed. Sometimes they're 4 years, so on. But for the most part, you're trying to earn your scholarship every year, right?
Right.
And your coach is expecting certain things from you. He or she is playing for their job as well.
Right.
And your teammates, are relying on you. How'd you handle
that? Well, again, whether you're on scholarship or non-scholarship, you always want to keep your spot on the team, right? There was obviously a little bit more pressure for myself. I was on a full scholarship, and like you're saying, it's never, guaranteed every year. So each year, your coach will sit you down and kind of talk to you, and you're kind of hoping that they're going to renew it, right?
Right.
I would say the best way is not to just go like through the motions. So I kind of set my own goals based off of, the conversation me and my coach had prior to the fall season. And again, it also depends on what type of coach you have, but you can also do it yourself, where you are setting your own expectations, both on the athletic side and the academic side, right? So, my school did have at the time, to be eligible, a 2.0 GPA or higher, but our coaches were trying to have us at a 3.0 or higher. So, I would set aside, on top of what the coach would do, is set aside like study times, right? Outside of your regular study hours. So there would be like a study hall where, you can book your time, go with the tennis team, and kind of, study what you might be, slacking out, whatever the case is, to get your grades up. And then also tennis, right? So as you remember, when we played together, outside of the regular tennis hours, on the weekend, if you're not really doing anything, or, call up another teammate and go hit some balls, go work on your serve, whatever, again, whatever you need to do to get to that next level or to get higher in the roster, whatever the case is. So you always want to put 100% into, both your academics, both your athletics. And, if there's anything that you're missing or anything that you're kind of worried about, don't be scared. Go to your coach, and, the coach always tries to work with you, and, the coach always wants to get you to the next level as well. But if you put 100% into, your academics, your athletics, again, at the end of each year, you should be fine going into the following year.
Yeah. I feel like everybody, we had a lot of different friends that were different athletes, right? Basketball players, football players, soccer players, etc.
Right.
I just remember all of my buddies in school, the best ones who kind of had limited pressure, were the ones that were working super hard and then putting that practice into play and then performing well because they were well prepared, versus the guys that were out late at night, not really preparing themselves. And then, the sort of result was not as good of a game, right? And I noticed that even with having roommates that were different, had a basketball roommate that was super prepared, had another roommate, football, not so prepared. It makes a difference. Takes the pressure off.
Well, exactly, because that's where the pressure comes from, right? So if you're kind of slacking and, not doing what you're supposed to be doing, then, you're going to get more pressure. The coach is going to be, wondering what's going on, talking to you more, just
teammates get on you too.
Teammates get on you, and then you're kind of the spotlight. So just put 100% into whatever you do in life.